mobile app. Well, I can only imagine the wind that we've had lately probably isn't helping the situation.
No, it is not. Meteorologist Wes Perry standing by. Wes, we understand you can see that smoke on the radar. And just for some reference for you guys, this is Highway 45 just north of Weston. Be able to tell folks to avoid that area.
Yeah, right up here, just north of Weston, like you said, and there's Bean Lake right there as well. And so all this little light green stuff you see coming on from our arrow, that is smoke. And what may be some positive news, and I want to just preface that strongly, maybe positive news, is that really haven't seen as big of a plume come off from the radar than what we had when we initially saw it. So 4 o'clock, you can see that's when the loop starts, a nice little plume of smoke coming off. Within the last 30 minutes, though, we're not picking up much. Again, that is not saying the fire is under control or out. That just kind of is tending us to make us believe that something good may be occurring. That's right there where the line or where the fire is, right on that Platte Buchanan County line. There may be also some other smaller fires just embedded within this whole swath of a light gray. That's telling us there's a very light amount of smoke floating around in the air right now. Now, outside, 62 degrees underneath a mostly sunny sky from the top of the Kansas City Museum. Temperatures still close to about 60 degrees by 8 o'clock, and temperatures overnight slowly fall through the 50s. A very warm weekend in store, kind of a hint of summer. That forecast coming up in just a bit, Caitlin.
All right, thank you, Wes. Kansas City has seen 2 homicides in the last 2 days, one that claimed the life of an 11-year-old girl, another where a woman died after shots were fired into her home. Following these crimes, community members told KSHB 41 they're concerned about retaliation and how that could bring even more violence to our community.
And that's why reporter Leslie Dellisbohr went to learn more about solutions available to prevent more violence.
In 2023, Kansas City experienced its deadliest year on record with 182 homicides. 18 of those, according to police, were a result of retaliation. But Larry Wilkins with the Center for Conflict Resolution says there is a solution to the problem. Kansas City has a major crime problem, according to Larry Wilkins with the Center for Conflict Resolution. Wilkins says that the crime happening as a result of retaliation can stem from generational issues between families and neighbors and communities, especially in the urban core. Wilkins says solutions start with creating a safe space for those living in crime-ridden areas, as they may not have access to them.
There's a lot of relocation that's going on for victims of homicide, as well as people who may have participated in different things. So just tap into the resources that's around Kansas City to kind of support you. So until we change the narrative that we can talk it out, we can walk away, we can have a disagreement, or someone be injured on the other side and still have conversations about that versus automatically retaliating or going to grab a weapon. Until we start having those conversations, I think it will continue.
At 6, hear more from Wilkins on how the community can continue to create solutions to stop violent crime. In Kansas City, Leslie Dellisbohr, KSHB 41 News.
And as we talk about these deadly shootings, we wanted to look at and see where the number of homicides in 2024 compared to previous years. 40 people have been killed this year. That's down from 48 at this point last year. There had been 42 homicides at this point in 2020 and 2021. So there have actually been fewer homicides at this point than in previous years.
Just last month, Kansas City Police Chief Stacey Graves released the department's crime plan in an effort to bring the city together against rising violence. The plan outlines 3 main goals: reducing violent and property crime by at least 10%, increasing citizen satisfaction by at least 10%, and improving police legitimacy while building relationships and trust with the community. The department plans to measure those goals through crime rates and a variety of surveys. If you would like to learn about the program's strategies and see the crime data that drives this plan, head to the web link section of KSHB.com. You can see the full plan there. It's been nearly 1 year since then 16-year-old Ralph Yarl's life was forever changed. You'll recall the teenager mistakenly went to the wrong house while trying to pick up his younger brothers. That's when he was shot through the door in his arm and his head. This week, Ralph talked with NBC's Antonia Hilton, discussing the toll the shooting has taken on his mental health.
Would you say it's been harder to physically recover or mentally recover?
Definitely mentally recover, because it is a constant uphill battle with people dismissing you and disregarding your story as something that is guaranteed to happen to just children around the world.
And we're joined now live by Antonia, the reporter who conducted that interview. Antonia, thank you for being here. I last talked to Ralph about a year ago. He was actually at a brain injury awareness walk. I haven't seen him since, so how does he seem to be doing overall?
Hey, Caitlin, you know, physically, Ralph is doing really well. Doctors and experts tell us that his recovery